Welcome everybody to One Crack News. Let's talk about it. As promised, this year we're keeping the focus on the news, not people that are going for attention. Attention seeking whores would not make it this season. Now, let's go ahead and bring you news. An 18-year-old mayor, for the first time in this country's history, Jalen Smith, a black man who's a college student, a freshman in college, became the youngest black mayor in U.S. history after he was elected in the town of Earl, Arkansas. And Arkansas is not normally an African American state, where it's predominantly African American. Now, he's going to be sworn in this week. So while he's being sworn in this week, he didn't run to make a name for himself to become the youngest black mayor in the United States. That's not why he ran. He said he ran because he wanted to help the community and move his community in the direction it needed it to be moved in. See, and he's playing on public safety, transportation, and jobs for the youth. He also wanted to rebuild the city by removing abandoned houses and building a grocery store. You see, these are the things that we destroyed in a fire. We destroyed infrastructure. We left abandoned buildings from places that's not coming anymore. So we got more abandoned buildings in our neighborhoods, and we tore down and burnt down grocery stores. So this kills our community. Now we've done this to our own communities, and it's only created more problems. Now you got abandoned houses that could be used for drugs and all different type of things. Now you have no grocery store, so now you got to shop outside of your neighborhood, which makes it more of a risk. And these are the problems. But you hear what he was saying? Community. This is what we were talking about on Kwame's live stream yesterday. We have to get back to the fact of community. And when we don't get back to the facts of community, then you can't grow. You have to have a genuine, actual care for your neighbor. It starts with the community first. Sometimes we jump above our reach and start talking about the White House, the Senate, and all this stuff, but we ain't fixed our own blocks and where we live, our own neighborhoods that we grew up in. We don't even know our neighbors anymore. Where our grandparents, they knew everybody on the block, they knew everybody over there, they knew the man at the store, they knew everybody in the community. That's how they survived. They all watched each other's back because they knew, like, look, we're outnumbered here. So it's strength in numbers. So we build a community of caring for our brothers and sisters. That empathy has been lost and it is gone. So because that's been lost and gone, everyone has been moving to a whole new beat. Yeah, I know. This is the news they don't want you to hear. Did she put the date up? Oh, she did. She put that thing on January the 5th. Way to go. Well, yeah, they're not going to tell you about it because they don't want other blacks to think like that. Like, oh, I could be 18 and run for mayor. Now, of course, they wanted to put out, oh, well, the population was small. Population's only 1,831 people, and he received 235 votes, while his opponent only got 185. So it's a small town. You know, you see what I'm saying? But I bet you Out of those 235 votes he got to win the election, those 235 people that voted for him is going to see something for their votes. I bet you he going to do a lot more for that town than a lot of those other people. Now let that sink in. They would elect an 18-year-old freshman to be the mayor of the town. Do you think they'll vote him in if they didn't think he was capable of getting something done? But did you see this on Fox News? Did they mention it on BET? Did Charlemagne the God bring it up on the Breakfast Club? Did they mention it on any of these outlets that's supposed to be for us? Mm-hmm. Because the news is not news. They tell you about current events that's happening. The news used to be reportive. They used to have investigative journalists. Those guys are gone. So now it's just all current events. It's going to be right now. There was a car accident on 5th and Main, and right now the driver seems to be okay. The passenger seems to be in stable condition, while the young passenger in the back seat of the car looks like he's in serious condition. I'm going to take you to Bert right now. Bert, yeah, it was a bad crash. I was trying to talk to a couple of the officers. He's saying, "Guy, people are really banged up here. The cars are mangled. Take a look here. This car was on fire 10 seconds ago." Yeah, when I learn more, I'll get back into you. Well, thanks, Ron. Today we've learned that the robbery that happened in the mall the other day was a smash and grab. This has been a growing trend amongst everything that you've heard in the last 2 weeks and 2 months, as Sophia will explain. It's been a growing trend. Smash and grab robberies, even when they make an arrest, they're out of jail in less than 48 hours. And then there's a trial, and most are let go with a small slap on the wrist. If you look here on the map, it is showing since 2020, the smash and grab robberies are up 27%. We've talked to Rabbi Phillips, who happened to be nearby the store, which was actually robbed the other night. Yeah, it was terrible. I see them there. He smashed it and he take it and he go. The little black guy, they wear the mask and they go that way. And nothing happened. We called the police. It was hours and nothing happened. So Shonda. So now they moving this way. The news only reports and talks about current events. They're not giving you news. So anybody can do it on the internet or anywhere else. Everybody else is talking about the current event that just happened. So when real news is taking place, they don't have any place for it on the time slot. because it doesn't fit their agenda. Successful and black and not doing crime, that just doesn't fit their agenda. They want everybody black and teenagers to be on the news running from the damn cops. So when you see that, then, oh, okay, yeah, this is more like the news, right? So what is that teaching your children? What inspiration is this for the children? There's nothing positive for them to see of themselves except for go to the NFL, go to the NBA, go into Hollywood, be an actor. Because they want you going to jail doing that free labor or going to work at a warehouse or a shop. Don't dream outside the box. Don't ever think outside the box. This is the box for you. Stay here. Yeah. So now he's 18 years old. He runs and makes this town very successful and turn things around within his term and have a very successful term as mayor. He soon could run for governor of the state of Arkansas. Depending on how he does here, he'll be a candidate. But we're getting ahead. We're getting ahead. I'm just saying, it's there, people. They're not talking about it. They're not going to talk about it. This is the narrative and this is the zone. They want the people to basically live in that bubble and they don't want to tell you about the successes of our people. And this is what we do on One Crack News. We bring that reality to the forefront. So I thank everybody who donated to the Cash App, Carcino, everybody who super chat. Peace and blessings to y'all all, and I'm out.